worst. Go look at the midsection of the word. You was flat last year. You was not flat this year. You was not flat this year. No, you wasn't flat like Vitor. Yeah. No, you're good, I know. But look, that wasn't. But my nigga, but how they not gonna make it look better though? And be like a 1 or 2 point win? They should have made it at least look better. They gave him a perfect score, my nigga.
Boys, welcome back to the channel. I am Hart McGrath. You are watching the #1 men's physique channel, and we're talking about what happened this weekend at the 2022 Men's Physique Mr. Olympia. If you were on that live stream this weekend, we had over 250,000 people. I did not think the turnout was going to be like that. It was epic, dude. It was absolutely epic. There's so many placings and results from all these competitors that I want to talk about. I'm talking about like 17 guys. Some of them are out of the top 15. Some of them are in the top 15. A crazy ass show, boys. Before I wrap this up and we get in this video, I want to let you guys know I am doing coaching, one-on-one coaching. If you're interested in having me be your coach, 24/7 access to me, you want your life to change, you want your physique to change, I put a link in the description below, or head to my Instagram and go ahead and fill that application out, boys. Without further ado, man, let's get into this video because there is so much to talk about. First things first, we're going to talk about Joven Sagaban. Now, this guy had so much hype coming into this year's Mr. Olympia. I love covering Joven for a plethora of reasons, boys. Number one being he's a hell of an individual off the stage, and that's one of the most important things to me when I cover these guys and I get to know these guys, because each one of these guys is going to watch this video, so this is really cool stuff. The second reason is the physique. I love the physique. If this isn't Jeremy Buendia 2.0, I don't know what is. This is Ventis, won the Philippines Pro this year, qualified for the Olympia, traveled all the way here from the Philippines, representing for the Filipino culture. And Joven Sagaban, sadly, to a lot of people's disappointment, places last place at the Mr. Olympia. And I told you, boys, he probably might get in that top 12. I don't agree with this placing. There's a guy who placed 5th place this year that I would have had Joven switch with. I've heard people, through the grapevine say, oh, Joven needs to earn his cookies, right? He needs to earn his placing. He needs to kind of do a few Olympias before the judges respect him. Listen, there's guys that just came into the Olympia their very first time and are getting top 5 out of Brazil, but we'll talk about that mess in a little bit. Right now, I want to shine the light on Joven Sagaban and what he's done this year, because he's literally brought up this men's physique division tremendously just by being who he is and the hard work that he's been putting in. The package that him and Jeremy Buendia brought to this Mr. Olympia, fantastic. I thought this was a beautiful package. Joven Sagaban says, hashtag all glory to God. Thank you everyone for your wishes and your prayers. It means a lot to me. I'm so overwhelmed by all the love that's being poured in. Yeah, bro, love you, Joven. He says, have received messages from so many people who even didn't know me. Sorry I haven't had a chance to reply to your messages and DMs. To QM and Kuya Jeremy, it's always your love and support that drives me and pushes me when I know I can't go anymore. As you guys know, Joven Sagaban, for the last 3 weeks of his prep, teamed up with Jeremy Buendia here in America, and look at the package they brought. Beautiful. I could not be more proud of Joven Sagaban. He says, I truly appreciate it. I'm so grateful and happy beyond words. Thank you so much for your kindness and love. I'm not sad because I lost. Listen to this, guys. He says, I feel sad and sorry because I didn't repay those who bet on me for this match with the result they deserve. Joven, you're good, dog. You did it, bro. There's not many people in this world doing what you're doing. We are all proud of you. Joven goes on to say, all their help, effort, sacrifices means a lot to me to give the best that I can give. I'll promise as soon as I get to the homeland, the Philippines, I'll start to improve my overall package, and I will never stop until I give the result they deserve. Joven Sagaban's first Mr. Olympia, I think, was a complete success, and it is only up from here for Joven Sagaban. I love the physique. I love the package. He's only going to get better. Stay on the lookout for Joven Sagaban. The next guy I want to talk about, man, another last place guy. So only 1st through 15th in the men's physique Mr. Olympia officially places at the Olympia, boys. Jeffrey Darko, the big black Ghana man. I've done a bunch of videos on Jeffrey. I love this physique, dude. This is a mean ass physique. A physique I would love to have, boys. And a tremendous individual behind the physique. If you guys know Jeffrey Darko, this is one of the kindest, most thoughtful dudes in the men's physique league. Go give this guy a follow right now. Jeffrey placed last place, but his physique that he brought, the shape that he brought, the package that he brought, I thought was fantastic. Jeffrey still has a little bit of work to do from the front, in my opinion, when it comes to his chest, when it comes to his arms. But the overall look, boys, that Jeffrey Darko brought was fantastic. Look at him from the back. We always talk about who's back, right? You guys are probably thinking, Hart, who is probably the best back right now? You guys are going to say Erin Banks? Boom. You cannot tell me this back isn't as good or even better than Erin Banks from the sheer standpoint of size and detail, guys. I love Jeffrey Darko's physique. He says, what a day and a greatest experience to be at the Mr. Olympia 2022. We worked so hard probably or to get this space, and we met an amazing amount of people from around the world. Thank you to the IFBB Pro League, Dan Sullivan, T. Mannion, all the big Olympia guys, right? He says, for an amazing experience. We will be back in 2023 for another great show. I guarantee you, Jeffrey Darko will be at next year's Mr. Olympia. He says, with an upgraded package. Thank you once again, guys. Dude, this is awesome, man. Jeffrey Darko's story is nothing short of amazing. The fact that he was on that Olympia stage this weekend just screams the potential that Jeffrey Darko has. Stay on the lookout for Jeffrey Darko. It's a small waist. It's a dope physique. It's an insane back, a tight core. Be on the lookout for my boy Darko. This was crazy. Arya Safai dropping out of the 1 through 15 spot and placing last place, tying last place with another, 60 guys. Last year at the Mr. Olympia, boys, you've been following my channel. You guys know Arya Safai placed 8th in the world. Arya Safai in 2021. This league is crazy, man. This league is nuts. How do you go from 8th to last place in just a year's time, man? This was Arya Safai's stage picture. He hasn't put up any videos, man, but a really nice physique. I want to let you guys know what he had to say after the show because it's going to explain some things and maybe some current concerns and thoughts you may have about the dark sport athlete, Arya Safai. Check this out. Arya Safai says, this is my 7th Olympia in the books. Arya Safai is an OG, boys. He says, man, it's crazy how hard you can push yourself when you really want something. Watching myself sacrifice so much and push so hard has taught me a lot of what I'm capable of, boys. Arya spits fucking golden nuggets. If you're not listening right now, you gotta be listening, boys. This is crazy. He says, I'm so damn grateful for that. Placing wasn't where I wanted, obviously, right? 8th last year to last place. No one wants that. He says, but respectable against 72 of the best in the world. 72 men's physique Olympians, boys. Insane. And Arya probably wasn't in that, the back end of that 72. He's probably, if they could rank it, he was probably in that top 20 for sure. He says, peaking the body is an art and very temperamental, boys. 1 hour, things can look so much different than the next at this level. Catching the flu during peak week wasn't helpful, but I still pushed and learned more about myself. So he caught the flu. That'll throw everything off, right? Your body gets sick. It's not going to look the same as if it was not sick. I mean, it's very simple. I feel bad for the guy, man. He says, I'm happy with the look that I brought, but as all of us bodybuilders say, we can always do better. And I always say, regardless of a guaranteed outcome, work your ass off. Push beyond your doubts. # never effing give up. 2023 loading. This is crazy, man. I've never seen Arya in the top 13, 14 for the first 5 years of him competing at the Olympia. Last year, he gets 8th place. This year, he gets the last place again. That's a tough loss for Arya, but I'll always be pulling for that guy. And I wanted to show you guys this photo with him and Franciele Matos, your wellness overall men's physique champion, wellness champion out of Brazil. Crazy physique on her, and just an epic photo with her holding the first place Wellness Olympia medal with Arya Safai, looking absolutely jacked. Arya, I don't blame you for posting this, dude. You look fucking nuts, man. Ventis Matthias. I had Ventis, man, definitely in that top 15. And honestly, the package that he brought, I thought was pretty good. Maybe could have been just a touch more conditioned, man. But what he did this year in the IFBB Pro League, regardless of this last place placing, was pretty damn impressive. I mean, he beat the guy who placed third in the world in 2021, Diogo Montenegro, who got third again. We'll go over that. But look at the back of Ventis Matthias. Ventis beat Diogo at the Brazil Pro earlier this year. So at this year's Mr. Olympia, I thought it was going to be a little bit closer. I thought he was going to come in here, display this back that you're looking at now. Incredible, an incredible Brazilian back, and I thought I was going to see him at least in the top 15. I think he needs to work on his posing a bit more. I think his physique is there. He doesn't need to build any more muscle, maybe balance out that physique a little bit more, but I love Ventis's physique. I think I discovered him very, very early on this year, and I've talked about him ever since. I've probably done 25 videos on Ventis, and this was his rookie Olympia debut. And for 90% of the guys who come to the Olympia, they were all out of the top 15. Ventis was one of them. But don't sleep on Ventis. This is him backstage at the Olympia. I'm glad they got this footage because you guys can really see how impressive he is from the back. I think Ventis has one of the best backs in the world for men's physique, man. And it's only getting better. If you look at the transformation photos for Ventis from like a year ago or 2 years ago to now, it's crazy. Ventis Matthias, last place. Did not see that coming. This is really exciting, man. This is Scott Zayu, baby carrot. I did a video on him, natty or not. And I just want to say right now, I love this guy's physique. I truly do. We're going to talk about the natty or not thing in a little bit, but just the sheer aesthetics from Scott Zayu is really beautiful to look at. He needs more from the back, right? He was conditioned, he was shredded. He needs more thickness, he needs more width, but as you guys know, he claims natural, so I'm going to go with that. As a natural guy, beautiful poser. As a natural guy, it's hard to compete at the highest level and place in that top 15 at the Olympia when you don't got trin flowing through those muscles. Flowing through those veins. I want to read you what Scott Zayu had to say. Again, he's coached by Mandis Buckle, who coached Brandon Hendrickson for a very long time. Scott Zayu says, this is crazy, boys, because he says he's going to go to the dark side. He says, this is my final package. Do you guys like it? I really put everything into this prep to reach my natural limits. I've been consistently training for over 10 years. I think I have set the standard of how good can a natural body be. Hell yeah, bro. Like, if that's true, bro, you look insane natural, bro. He says, also, I try my best to set an example to young people how to be patient and how to train smart in the game. Be patient, boys. Don't ever do steroids. Don't ever do it. In the next year, I will decide if I want to compete. If I'm still competing in the league in the future, I'll not be continuing being natural. Yo, I'm telling you right now, I want to see this physique on steroids. If he really is on no testosterone, if he has never done tren, if he's never done like Anavar, if he's never done any steroids, when we see him next year, if he competes, we better see Scott Zayu 3.0. That's always the telltale sign. Guys always talk about, oh, I'm natural here and now I'm enhanced, and like you don't even really see a difference with their physique. Like, if you're truly natural, the next time he steps on stage and he decides to compete, if he does, and he goes enhanced and he starts taking steroids, we should see a crazy, ridiculous physique, because this natural physique that he's claiming is insane, and I love the shape. He says, if I decide not to compete, I will continue being natural and focus on my family and business. So if he decides not to compete next year, which I hope he doesn't, man, I want to see him on stage again, he will be natural. He won't do steroids, right? He's not going to hop on gear. But if he decides to compete again in the IFBB Pro League, we will not see a natty Scott Zayu. We will see a Super Saiyan baby carrot, and it's going to be crazy because you guys are seeing this look, and it's a sharp-ass polished look for a natural guy. Even an enhanced guy, this would look amazing. Scott Zayu, last place. Ahmed Khenky, boys. Mr. Ahmed Khenky. Man, when I first saw this photo, I saw Ahmed, I can't think of the dude in the middle's name, Michael DeBull, there you go, classic physique Olympian, and I saw this guy on the right, and I was like, is this one of his, like, Egyptian buddies? Is this, like, a KO squad member? Like, who the is this? And, dude, it's maybe you guys saw it right away, but this is Breon Ansley, bro. He threw me off. He looks kind of old here. Totally threw me off. It's probably just a photo in the shadows and he's tired as hell, but I did not recognize Breon here. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Ahmed got last place at the Olympia, and of course he got last place at the Olympia. He hasn't posted anything on Instagram, so he's probably taking it pretty hard. I had to find these photos somewhere else because, again, he's not posted anything, right? This is first Mr. Olympia. You think he'd be posting photos all over the place about his experience, about what his physique looked like. This is what his physique looked like. Ahmed is not there yet. Ahmed just is not there yet. He doesn't have the most aesthetic structure, although those lines are fairly tight when it ties into his waist there, and his abs, there's no bubble gut or anything. He's bigger from the front than he is from the back, and he has no balance right now. Ahmed truly needs to work on his balance, but as a 22-year-old competing at the 2022 Olympia is pretty amazing. He was the youngest men's physique Olympian up there out of Egypt, won the KO Squad Pro earlier this year. Ahmed, bro, much love. Congratulations, man. You made it to the Olympia. Another last place physique, man, and I don't agree with this. The judges didn't say shit about his arms, boys. This is Fabrizio dos Santos Silva. I've talked about Fabrizio so much on the channel, man, and I really do feel like this kid is the future of men's physique. This is his very first Mr. Olympia, and I was watching the live stream, and first call out came, he wasn't in it. Second call out came, he wasn't in it. Third call out came, still wasn't in it. Fourth call out, fifth, sixth call out, I finally see him being called out. I didn't think he should have placed that far out. I think he has a lot of work to do, and when that work gets put in, he's just going to get better and better and better. And I think his coach says it best. He says, what an amazing experience. This was Fabrizio's very first Olympia. He's only done one pro show, boys. He's competed twice professionally. He says, I'm so proud. The physique speaks for itself. Stay tuned. And that's exactly right. If you don't follow Fabrizio and his journey over the next year or so, you're going to miss out. And I'm telling you, he's a sleeper. If you overlook this guy because of whatever reason you may have in your head, I'm telling you, boys, it's the wrong thing to do. Fabrizio is the future. I hope he stays in men's physique for a while, but with those cannons, man, and I know he has some wheels under there, he probably looked damn good in classic as well. A really cool thing that happened to Fabrizio, I got told after the show backstage, he's not feeling too good about his placing. I had him in the top 7. Jeremy Buendia walks up to him backstage and says, hey, bro, I had you in that first call out. You look amazing. Imagine the 4-time men's physique champion Jeremy Buendia walking up to you after your disappointing placing at the Olympia, your first time being there, and telling you those words. You cannot tell me you would be motivated as after that. Fabrizio dos Santos tied for last place with 60 dudes at the Olympia. I would have had him in the top 15. I think this kid's physique is crazy. I can't wait to cover him next year. Last place again. A lot of you guys, even myself, had Buwan in the top 15. I had him in the top 15 because last time he was at the Olympia, he was in the top 15. I think he was actually 15th place. I believe this was his 3rd or 4th Mr. Olympia. Buwan has packed on the necessary size. I think his conditioning was just slightly off, man. But this is a physique I love to see on that Olympia stage. The best physique currently out of India. He won the Mumbai Pro earlier this year. That was a hell of a showing. I didn't get to see the other Indian guy, Imran Khan. I don't know what happened, but Buwan looked amazing, man. Let's watch this posing routine one more time. Buwan is a dark sport athlete, and his stage presence and his posing are fantastic. Buwan's always going to suffer just a little bit because of his chest. The insertions of his chest are very high up. He doesn't have a very big, bubbly, hanging low chest, which just makes your chest look huge and awesome, right? He doesn't have the genetics for that, but he still destroys it. He does the best he can. I think this guy's shape and his waist and his proportions and his aesthetics and his posing and his stage presence is amazing. I do. I think Buwan will be back next year. I'm excited to cover Buwan. This was his 2022 Olympia men's physique individual posing routine. And boys, he did get better, and I'm glad he put this up, man. I was getting ready to wrap up this video, and I saw Buwan Chauhan threw this up. I'm glad he did. This really shows you the difference of Buwan Chauhan and the progress that he has made. In 2020, he got, I think, 14th or 15th place at the Olympia, and look how much smaller he was. Buwan is, I tell you guys this all the time, Buwan is a perfect example of someone who progresses really nicely with their physique and keeps that amazing shape and keeps those lines. Look how much bigger he is. I mean, that looks like at least 5-10 pounds of lean muscle mass up on that upper body. Buwan looks amazing. Nice set of wheels, but last place, crazy. Can we talk about this? I've been saying a few guys are the story of the year, and this may be a negative story of the year for Carlos de Oliveira. 15 15th place. So this is the first guy that's actually placed at the Olympia out of everyone I've covered. Everyone I've covered so far, those are just notable guys that placed last place. A lot of guys care about those athletes. Khenky Pro out of Brazil, Carlos de Oliveira, the guy who got 6th place last year, drops to 15th place. I think he's going to Classic, man. Look at the wheels. I think the IFBB, I think the Olympia, I think all the Brazilian guys, they want him to go to Classic. Classic Physique is a fire division right now, man. It's lit, has a lot of momentum with Ramon being in there. I think Carlos de Oliveira needs to go to Classic, man. He didn't pose his back very well. He didn't even really pose it. I don't know what happened to Carlos de Oliveira. I really don't. If you've seen his posing routine, he just doesn't pose his back. Maybe he forgot. You guys can tell me in the comments down below. I don't know if that's why he placed 15th. If the reason he placed 15th was because he didn't pose his back like at all, maybe I could see it. But other than that, I don't know what they want from Carlos. I mean, I think this guy looks incredible, but as an Olympian, forgetting to pose your back on that stage, I mean, that's definitely gonna hurt you. And then Alex Toplin. I had Alex in my top 7. He gets double that, 14th place, man. And as you guys watch the posing footage of Alex Toplin, I think this guy says it the best. Kuya to you says, yes, sir, congrats, just a matter of time. It's another, to me, like a Fabrizio example. A rookie, a young guy in the game, hasn't been doing it very long, but the shape and the aesthetics are godlike. The lines are godlike. Alex from the back is fucking indestructible, dude. This is a first-time Olympian you're watching, and he gets 14th in the world. He beat Sadiq Hadzovic this year. He won the Miami Pro this year. And it was his second pro show, it was his second pro show. 2021, I saw him at the DC Pro. 2022, I saw him at the New York Pro getting second. I saw him at the Miami Pro getting first. Alex gets 14th at the Olympia. Congrats, bro. Vitor Chavez came out and shocked the world, dude. I mean, it's not that shocking. The conditioning that Vitor brought, I love it. He's watching it with his family. This is an epic moment for all these guys. This is so cool to see, man. In the living room, watching their father or their loved one or their whoever he is to these people. That's sick as They couldn't be there, so they're like, you know what? I'm going to watch my family member, Vitor Chavez, get 13th in the world. A beautiful shape by Vitor. His midsection, dude, that core is absolutely fantastic. A 13th placing for Vitor Chavez out of Brazil. Emmanuel Hunter, 12th place. I told you guys about Emmanuel. He was my dark horse, and he lives up to it. A 12th place at your very first Mr. Olympia, boys, is nothing short of amazing. I didn't see any videos or any photos on his Instagram of Emmanuel Hunter, so I'm just going to give you an old one, peak week of Emmanuel Hunter. I know he's stoked right now. I haven't talked to Emmanuel yet, but getting 12th place at your very first Mr. Olympia is huge. Second place at the Arnold this year to Erin Banks, which I thought was a very close call. And then he comes into the Mr. Olympia at 12th. Emmanuel, can you do me a favor and post a video or a photo, man? We want to know how you're doing and just see some footage and photos of you, brother. Love you, man. This one is really sick, man. 11th place, Javar Mullings. Probably, other than Corey Morris, the other most underrated physique in men's physique. This guy's been competing a few years at the Olympia. Holy roundness through the chest and the shoulders. Javar Mullings, if he can bring this back up. Too many guys are squeezing like that, guys. I think guys should stop squeezing like that. There's very few guys that should squeeze like that. Anyways, Javar Mullings, boys, if he can bring that back up and match that front, I think this is the top 7 physique in the world. Look at this physique right here. Look at this. That is just nasty, boys. There's very few guys in the league that are that broad and that bubbly that compete in men's physique. Look at this guy's upper body. I love it. He trains legs, has some nice legs, a nice aesthetic midsection, great poser. Look at this guy. Javar Mullings has those Jamaican aesthetics, man. Insane. I like 2 hands on the hip personally. It really just it spreads out his upper body. When he puts it down like that, man, his shoulders pop, his chest pop. You see his lats flare from the back. Again, if he can bring up that back, Javar Mullings is going to be nasty. This is a huge placing for him, though, boys. He usually wins a show every year, but he doesn't usually get 11th in the world. 11th in the world is Javar Mullings. This is a huge story. I'm telling you right now, he could not be happier with this placing. Could not be happier. There's 70 men's physique Olympians up there plus this year, and Javar is 11th in the world. Look at this shape. And I keep talking about him because I'm telling you he's underrated, so I'm trying to let you guys know about him. Javar Mullings. He's not very popular on Instagram. A lot of people don't know about him, but I just love that shoulder and chest right there. Oh my gosh, just the overall shape is awesome. And this one hurt, man. This one hurt for many different reasons. One, because it's hard to see a guy that was dominating the men's physique league, the men's physique Olympia for years. When I first got into men's physique, there was only a few names I knew. And one of them was Andre Ferguson, the lucky Libra, man. We're both Libras. And the fact that he got 10th place second call out for the first time in, I want to say, a long time, 6-7 years, one of his worst placings ever, other than maybe his first Olympia appearance. This was crazy. This is an epic shot by Will Whitman. Andre Ferguson looks incredible. Looks diced to the socks. And I don't know what's happening, man. He explains, and I'm going to read it to you. He kind of got sick and stuff. I don't know if age is catching up to him, but regardless, dude, Andre is a 17-time pro champion. He might as well go for that 20. I don't think he's ever going to win a Mr. Olympia title at this point, but I want to read you what he has to say. Second call out this year, rounding out the top 10. Andre says, I got sick as fuck from the meet and greet on Thursday. Who the hell's getting Andre Ferguson sick before showtime, huh? Who coughed in my man's face? He says, but it's all good. Shit happens. Besides that, I'm always a winner because I've already won the hearts of my people. Let me read that one more time. I feel like there's one guy that's forgetting about this, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Besides that, I'm always a winner because I've already won the hearts of my people. I fucking fuck with Andre Ferguson because he says what's on his mind, and you know he's not holding back anything. He exposes himself to you right away, and you either like him or you don't. And I fucking like him. I met him in person. I've talked with him. Smoked a giant joint in Boston, like 20-degree weather. He was all covered up in clothes. I wasn't. I was freezing. It was a good time. He says, salute to everyone who has been riding with me and continue to support me. I will always support you, Andre. He says, love y'all. Honestly, can't wait to get home and just relax and live regular life without any contest preps for a while. Yeah, bro, go relax. Go smoke a J, bro. Go enjoy your life, Andre. You're the GOAT, bro. You have 17 pro titles. Who else can say that? Been second place at the Olympia multiple times, man. This was a long and tough season for me. Yeah, bro, no kidding. Got to get back to being fully healthy without it always being something every damn prep. Big ups to the competitors. The motherfuckers brought it, he says, and looked dope as fuck, man. And huge shout out to my brother Will Whitman for this fire shot. Finals tonight at 7 p.m. And obviously, you guys know he placed 10th place. Andre Ferguson, 10th place at the Olympia. Fuck, can my man have a healthy prep? Can I see the best Andre on that Olympia stage? I feel like every time we see him on that Olympia stage, boo, he's sick or something's up with Dre, man. But he's still there and he's still showing up. All the respect to the lucky Libra. Holy who saw this coming? I know a lot of you guys did. Your first, Iranian? No. Afghan, excuse me. Ali Bilal, 9th place in the world, bro. Your first Afghan men's physique Olympian showed up and showed out. He says first Olympia, first call out. When Ali Bilal came on stage, I knew he was top 10 right away. I had him in the top 15 for sure, and he beats my predictions and gets 9th in the world. I love this physique. Ali Bilal is extremely special, man. He won 3 pro shows this year, competes at the Olympia for the very first time, and gets 9th place. I commented down below. I said story of the year. You guys seem to like that. And it is, man. Like, his story is crazy. He made history by being the first Afghan Olympian. And not only did he come to the Olympia, he didn't get last place, right? He gets inside the top 10 and gets 9th. If I was a pro and I knew Ali Bilal was competing at a show next year, I would probably drop out. This guy's physique is too aesthetic. He comes in so conditioning, and he seems to hit his peak literally every time he's on stage, or at least that's what it looks like to me. He's wearing his awesome stage shorts. I want you guys to check those out. Elite wear. I love the fit of those things. Make his physique popped, tapered, tight, shows off the legs. A 9th place finish from my boy Ali Bilal Insane, bro. Super proud of you. 8th place in the world. And before I throw up any videos or photos, I want to tell you guys how crazy happy I am for Corey Morris. But I think there's an issue here. Someone right after the Olympia, I don't know who it wasn't me, but the public opinion threw this up. And it's a comparison of your 2022 Mr. Olympia, Erin Banks, and 8th place, 7 placings later, you have Corey the Delt King Morris. By looking at these two physiques, which one do you like more? I threw it up on my story. I put up a poll on my Instagram. Over 3,000 people answered. Over 3,000 people answered, and it was like 65 or 70% of the people voted Corey Morris, and 35% of the people looked at Erin Banks. And they voted that way because anyone in their fucking right mind can look at this and see who looked better. Just based off this photo, I know it's not perfect stage photos. I know it's not them actually posing, but just based off this photo, it doesn't make sense that Erin Banks is getting first and Corey Morris is getting 8th. That is not 7 placings behind first place. In fact, I would have these fucking things switched if it was me. Corey is so much more bubblier, a way smaller, tighter waist. I just don't get it. And if you say it's because Erin's back is better than Corey's, let me show you Corey Morris on stage at the Olympia posing his back. You cannot tell me Corey Morris doesn't have a tremendous back. Everything about Corey Morris's back is fire. The width, the size, the detail. He was conditioned this year. That was one of the main things he needed to work on. Corey Morris came in conditioning. I talked to him last night. My guy's fired up, boys. I want to compare this again. For everyone saying that comparison that I just showed you of first place versus 8th place, Corey Morris is wrong because Erin Banks' back is so much better. Look at these two photos. Is Erin Banks 7 placings better than Corey Morris? Because from the front, the fucking public agrees that Corey Morris beat him. And from the back, I mean, it's so objective. Let's say you give Erin this from the back. Corey Morris is not far behind. Not far behind at all. And if anything, you could give the back to Corey. It's a smaller waist. I feel like he has more muscle, bigger traps, more detail, looks more conditioned. I don't know what's going on, man, but I'm hella proud of Corey Morris for that 8th place finish. He's never been top 14 in ever, and the fact that he got 8th place is nuts. Look out for him in 2023. And then Ryan Terry. My lord. I've never seen Ryan Terry look better in the last few years. I am so proud of Ryan Terry and the package that he brought. I thought he looked so much better than he did in 2020. I'm going to pull up a photo in 2020 of him in a second. Guys, Ryan Terry is your most improved men's physique Olympian by far. There's no argument about it. There's no conversation about it. Ryan Terry fucking brought it. He brought that shreds that he typically does, right? That Ryan Terry dice to the sock shreds, and he brought more size. And it's crazy to think about, man. I was thinking about it. In 2020, Ryan Terry placed 8th place and was completely off and spilled over, and he talked about it. Bad placing for Terry. In 2022, he comes back to the Olympia, nails it, and gets 7th place. That's how competitive men's physique is. That's how much better these guys are getting every single year. If you're a men's physique pro, you're a men's physique Olympian, and you're not giving every workout your all, if you're not eating all your meals, if you're skipping cardio, you will get passed up, and you will get passed up very quickly. Ryan Terry brings his best physique of all time, looking phenomenal, and gets 7th place at the Olympia. I mean, this is a hell of an accomplishment. He got better, like I just said. And this was him in 2020. Crazy. This is an 8th place finish in 2020. This was the last time Ryan Terry competed on that Olympia stage. You guys know he took 2021 off of the Olympia, but we did see him compete in the first ever Arnold Classic UK, which he won. So I was like, okay, he just competed at the Arnold Classic UK. He's had a fairly nice offseason, has had a lot of time. And man, those prep updates, photos, and videos he was sending you guys or sending on his profile that we were watching and talking about were crazy. I thought he looked just as good as I thought he was going to look. A 7th place, beating my prediction. I did not have him in the top 7, and he gets 7th place, man. Only up from here from Ryan Terry. And guys, he's still very, 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 very young. Very young. He says, just reflecting, man, over this past weekend and seeing what I could have done differently, overanalyzing my physique and routine. But to be honest, I'm extremely proud of the physique and routine that I took to the 2022 Olympia stage. Bro, I'm hella proud of you, bro. And I know everyone watching this video is. I've been receiving so many DMs about how great you looked, Terry. Because Ryan's going to watch this, bro. Ryan, when you see this, bro, we are all super proud of you, man. Terry says, obviously, there's always room for improvement, and placing 7th confirms. He confirms that, right? But as long as you were better than the previous show or stage physique, then you are winning and on the right track. I thought he was better than his Arnold Classic UK package as well. Way better. He looked crazy, man. Ryan worked his tail off. He says, time to fully rest up and enjoy Christmas with the family and then assess what the game plan is for 2023. Video by the very talented Gilco Productions. Shout out to Gilco Productions. Ryan Terry is the most improved men's physique Olympian I have seen on that stage, man. From a size standpoint, from a conditioning standpoint, Ryan Terry brought it. See, Chiron Holden. I don't know, man. You guys know I'm a huge Chiron Holden fan. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of his physique, but I'm a bigger fan of who he is as a person. Some people, man, just care about that fucking trophy, and they do not care whether people like him or not, man. They think they have all these supporters, but at the end of the day, they're just followers. People support Chiron. I fucking love this dude. And he gets 6th place. This was a hard pill to swallow for me, and I'm sure I can't even imagine how he's feeling. But again, handled it with grace, handled it like a man, and is the most humble individual on that stage. I don't know what they want from Chiron. I mean, I don't think his physique is missing anything. Last year, he got 4th place. The year before that, he got 3rd. The year before that, he got 3rd. So he's always in that top 3 or 4. And in 2022, Chiron Holden gets 6th place. My only thing is maybe conditioning, because other than that, I love his physique, man. I don't know what the judges want from Chiron. I'm really interested to see. I'll hit him up and ask him what the judges' feedback was, because I definitely had him over the 5th place guy, but we'll get into that in a second. 6th place finish at the 2022 Olympia. Of course, not what I wanted, but put together a solid package, and I'm happy with that. Grateful for it all. Emotions, negative or positive, just means you're still in the game. Use it to fuel your steps forward. Emotions, negative or positive, just means you're still in the fucking game, baby. Use it to fuel your steps forward. I love it. Congrats to all the competitors who stepped on to that Olympia stage. One of my favorite looks in men's physique. I think he has one of the most complete physiques front to back. He's always a contender for that Mr. Olympia title, boys. Whenever I see Chiron, whenever I hear about Chiron prepping for the Olympia, Chiron will always be in my top 3. And it's just crazy that the judges are moving him to the 6th place spot. I don't know what goes wrong in the judge's head, because I'm sure not a lot is going wrong on Chiron and his team's side. I mean, a lot of you guys had Chiron winning. A lot of you guys had him in the top 3. I am dumbfounded, to be honest. I don't know what's happening, but a 6th place finish, another placing, doesn't really matter because my opinion doesn't matter to the judges, but I just don't agree with. In 5th place, we have Edvon Palmera out of Brazil. And I'm going to repeat that last 3 words, out of Brazil. Even though Edvon looked great, even though he brings some gnarly ass conditioning, even though he has a nice aesthetic shape, and he's a fairly good poser, I think he needs a lot of work. I do, especially from the back. I mean, people say guys need to earn their cookies. How did this guy earn his cookie? This is his first time at the Mr. Olympia, and he gets 5th place out of Brazil. Brazil is a huge market. It seems like it's a bigger market than the U.S., boys. When a guy from Brazil gets into the top 5, it is a way bigger deal than if a guy from America gets in the top 5. Because for the last 10 years at the Olympia, a guy from America always gets top 5. But if a guy from Brazil gets top 5, when you already have Diogo in there, if we throw another Brazilian guy, Brazilians go nuts. You get 1 billion more Brazilian fans. Brazilian people love bodybuilding. And I don't want to say it's politics, but it's politics, man. There's no way. I would have had at least 3 or 4 physiques in front of Edvon Palmera. And again, for my Brazilian guys watching this, I'm not taking anything away from his physique. Just looking at him here, I think he needs more work. I think he needs more thickness. I do. I think he needs a lot of things. And the fact that he gets 5th place at his very first Mr. Olympia, guys competed, or he's only won 1 pro show, comes to Olympia and just smokes, 68 guys or 68? There was 68 guys that couldn't beat this physique. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he has a really wonderful shape. I think he needs more of that 3D look. Again, building that thickness from front to back. The conditioning is there for Edvon. I will give you that. This guy's conditioning is absolutely crazy, and he brought it. But I do not think, boys, and I'm speaking from my heart, man, and I'm not dissing Edvon. I don't think this is a 5th place in the world physique at the Mr. Olympia. But as you guys know, it's about money. At the end of the day, the Olympia, the IFBB is a business, and they want their money. And these competitors' placings will come second place to that, to their needs and wants and their money, guys. Dude, this is crazy, though. Charjo Grant. I've been talking about the story of the year. This might lead the way with that. A 4th place finish. Last 2 years in a row, I think I saw Charjo get 12th place twice. I had Charjo nowhere in the top 5, top 7, top 8, top 10. Charjo gets 4th fucking place. He says the monster has peaked. I love Charjo's routine, man. I love his personality. This guy is full-time military. Hashtag the grind does not stop. This was a prejudging photo, boys. He says, looking like 3rd or 4th this year, I'm speechless. God is so good. Thank you to everyone that has supported me and showed me love. We have made it to another milestone. We're going to have finals, baby. The 3rd time's the charm, right? This is his 3rd Olympia. Let's see how things shake out. Whatever happens, I'm happy to be in the midst of it all. The movement will be televised. See you soon. Charjo Grant completely lived up to the hype, boys. I felt a different type of energy from Charjo this year during his prep. I didn't cover him too much. I kind of wanted to see how he did. Again, last 2 years, boys, he got 12th place. This is his 3rd year at the Olympia, and Charjo gets 4th place. Holy shit. I mean, just listen to that. Charjo Grant is 4th in the world. He has the 4th best men's physique in the world. Charjo, bro, he's a huge fan of the channel, big supporter of myself, and a great individual. Charjo Grant, congratulations, bro. How does that feel? 3rd again, and maybe another controversial 3rd again. I'm going to tell you guys why. Diogo undoubtedly has one of the best shapes in the men's physique league, if not the best shape in the men's physique league. His waist is so small, and his shoulders are so broad, and the proportions just make his physique look aesthetic as fuck. I fucking love it, man. But from the front, his midsection, and I believe it's just genetics, boys, because this guy is peeled out of his mind, working with Coach Boss of Outlaw, who coaches Urs Kalinski, who got 3rd too at the Classic, right? I can't get over Diogo's midsection. I want to see a 6-pack. I want to see clear abs. I don't know why I always look at it and it looks kind of foggy. I don't want to take anything away from his physique, but when you're talking about a complete physique, he has everything but that midsection. He is out of Brazil. He placed 3rd place again. The judges want to keep Brazilian guys in there. And again, guys, this is just my take on it, right? Just kind of looking at things from a bird's eye view, why all these Brazilian guys are doing so well at the men's physique Mr. Olympia. The Brazilian market is huge. If the IFBB can get more Brazilian fans, more Brazilian people to tune in to fuck with bodybuilding, it is more money in their pockets. Did Diogo deserve 3rd place? I don't know, man. It's such an objective sport. At the end of the day, it's whatever Steve Weinberger and those other 4 or 5 judges want. They could pick the guy because they like his stage shorts, the color of his stage shorts. You know what I mean? A wonderful physique, though, guys. You guys know I sat down with him in Boston and got to meet him. A hell of an individual. And 3rd place again is Diogo Montenegro. I'm going to be quiet for this one. The only argument that I am hearing as to why Erin Banks beat Brandon is because of Erin Banks' back. And my rebuttal is, and this is going to destroy the 4 people that think this, Erin Banks' package at the 2022 Olympia was the same, if not a little bit worse, than in 2021. Brandon Hendrickson was noticeably better. When Brandon Hendrickson came on stage, I had 200,000 people freak the fuck out and comment that Brandon was much improved. I had 200,000 people say Erin Banks looked the same. So if Erin Banks won because of his back and he looks the same, how come Erin Banks didn't win in 2021 with the same exact back, if not an even better back? It just doesn't make sense. I don't want to, listen, I'm going to put this as nicely as possible because Olympia could be watching, the IFBB could be watching, pros could be watching, Aaron could be watching. I want to put this as nicely as possible. Brandon got fucking robbed. You cannot tell me this was not a robbery. Because like I said, the only argument these people have, the 4 or 5 people in my DMs, is because of Aaron's back. And it's so funny. The people that are saying that have not been following men's physique for long. Go on any fucking post. Everyone knows this was a robbery. How does the men's physique Olympia champion improve his package, get way better from last year, noticeably? He came on stage and I immediately knew he got better. And when Banks came on stage, and this is no shit talking to Banks, he did not look better than last year. He just simply did not. How does the champ lose the title when he gets better? Someone explain that to me. As far as conditioning, boys, as far as posing, as far as him from the front, I have Brandon. If you want to give Banks the back, that's fine, but everything else goes to Brandon, boys. This is a really interesting comparison. This is the top 2, and here they are posing. Brandon just looks so much more polished to me. The physique as a whole, when I look at Brandon, is just so much more balanced. From the back, dude, Brandon's Christmas tree, those striations were on a whole nother level. Aaron looks good, guys, but he looks kind of soft. I see more details on Brandon. I do. I see more graininess on Brandon. I do. Aaron looks the same as last year. How the fuck does he get a perfect score? And Aaron got a perfect score, which is 5. Brandon got a 10. Aaron beat Brandon by that much? Look at the cores. Look at the flow of the physique, boys. We're going to watch this again. Aaron has one of the best physiques I have ever seen. He's 6'1", and it's just insane, the physique that Aaron brought. But it's the same physique that I saw in 2021. Go type in on YouTube right now, Erin Banks 2021 Olympia. Go look at his posing routine. Then type in Brandon Hendrickson 2021 Olympia. You tell me who got noticeably better. I don't know what it is, man. And I don't know what type of explanation that Brandon got from the judges, if he even got one. But I just don't understand how your men's physique Olympia champ can get noticeably better, and the second place guy can look exactly the fucking same, and then to have this Erin Banks win. No one can explain that to me. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a conspiracy. I don't know if the Illuminati is in the men's physique Mr. Olympia, boys. But there is some shit happening. I don't think any one of us had Erin Banks winning. There was 4 or 5 people in my DMs that had him win.
You was flat last year. You was not flat this year. You was not flat this year, bro. No, you was
Preach,
flat.
bro.
Yeah. No, I know. But my nigga, but how they not gonna make it look better though, and be like a 1 or 2 point win? They should have made it at least look better.
If I was Brandon, bro,
They gave him a perfect score, my nigga.
Aaron got a perfect score.
People on stage, right? Yo, Banks thought he lost.
Yeah.
Banks didn't even think he won. Watch the replay. Banks was surprised.
He thought he lost.
Listen to George Brown here.
We don't like robberies around here. No.
We don't like robberies around here.
No.
It was worse.
Let's play it one more time.
You was flat last year. You was not flat this year. You was not flat this year, bro. No, you wasn't flat at Vitor Chavez. Yeah.
No, yeah, I know.
But my nigga, but how they not gonna make it look better though, and be like a 1 or 2 point win? They should have made it at least look better. They gave him a perfect score, my nigga. Yo, look, if you keep on state, right? Yo, Banks thought he lost.
Yeah.
He won. You ready to take some? You ready to take some? Yeah. He thought he lost.
You just raw, baby. You know what I'm saying? We don't like robberies around here. No. We don't like robberies. No.
Let's break this down. There was a lot that got said. And that's one of the reasons why I love Andre Ferguson. Brandon didn't say a word during this. Guys, don't put anything on Brandon. This is literally Andre Ferguson and George Brown opening up their mouths, spitting some facts. If you look anywhere on Instagram, 99% of the public thought Brandon got robbed for the reasons that I told you guys. And if you didn't know, those are the reasons. Andre Ferguson is saying that Brandon got better this year and he lost. He's saying that the fact that Erin Banks, I'll pull it up right now, got a 5 on that scorecard. A perfect score, boys. A perfect score. And Brandon got a 10? Like, Brandon didn't get a 6 or a 7? Like, what is going on, boys? I think this year was a clear robbery. And you know what? Like, I don't want to like throw Erin under the bus. He kind of does that himself. I'm blocked. Like, as soon as he won the Mr. Olympia, he blocked me. He blocked my girlfriend. He's blocking everyone. If you criticize his physique at all, this is fucking bodybuilding, he will block you. And that's our representative of the sport. I don't know what the fuck the Mr. Olympia is thinking. I don't know if they listen to the people at all. They clearly don't. But now, I mean, a lot of people are saying, like, it's just sad all year long. We're going to have Erin Banks be our Mr. Olympia. And yeah, bro, like, Erin, I know you're going to watch this, and I know Coach Cuts, your coach, is going to watch this, Chula, because all of them come at me super, super sideways every time I make a video about Erin. And if they do it again, I'll show all of you guys on my socials, so they probably won't this time. But, boys, you can win a trophy in bodybuilding, and that's really cool. But if 99% of the people that are watching you win that trophy don't fuck with you because of who you are and how you hold yourself, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter, man. You guys know the history of me and Erin Banks. We actually talked a little bit before the Olympia. And again, just came at me with no accountability, bro. Just in my face about bullshit, blaming me for everything. This guy has not grown up yet. The fact that he's our Mr. Olympia right now is crazy. It's just crazy. You guys know all the thing is, like I said before, Erin Banks has followers, not supporters. There are not thousands of people that support Erin. There are thousands of people that follow Erin, that follow what he's doing, and it's just bad style. And I cannot believe he won. I think this Mr. Olympia was a fucking joke. And I know Brandon's not going to say that because he holds himself to a higher standard. He's not going to drop to that level. But having this channel, having this voice that you guys watching gave me, I'm telling you right now, this Olympia was a fucking joke. And Erin Banks should not be the Mr. Olympia for so many reasons. So many reasons, boys. You can't even comment on his post and critique his physique. He will block you. The thing is, boys, Erin Banks thinks everyone's going to respect him just because he won the Olympia. And he's going to find out the hard way that that's just not how it works. You can win a trophy, bro, but if you don't win the people, it doesn't fucking matter. And at the end of the day, boys, we need to just accept this and move on because 2023 is going to be fucking epic. I want you to think about 2023. I want you to think about Brandon and the rivalry between Erin Banks that has now begun, right? It's not a rivalry until they both beat each other. Well, the rivalry has for sure begun. Brandon has 3 titles. Erin has just 1. Jeremy Buendia is coming back in 2023 with 4 titles. So next year in 2023, we're going to have Jeremy Buendia and Brandon Hendrickson going after Erin Banks. Insane. Absolutely insane. Guys, I want to end the video. I know this was like an hour long. Believe it or not, it was like actually 2 hours long to begin with. Shout out to everyone who supports me, supports the channel, man. The stream was crazy. I love you guys. We broke 20,000 subscribers in a month and a half, which is wild. What'd you guys think of the Olympia? Please, all of your thoughts, all of your comments, everything I said, everything you watched, put it in the comments below. I want to know how you guys feel about everything, because I thought this was a robbery. You guys saw the thumbnail. And it's not like people are like, Erin, people hate Erin's physique because people don't like Erin. Erin has a tremendous physique. He did not get better. Brandon got better, and that's just the facts. And 99% of the world would agree with that. Guys, this is going to be my last video until like after Christmas. We had a crazy Olympia push, put out tons of videos. All you guys tuned in to the channel and got caught up with men's physique. I will see you guys probably in about a week. I'm going to go back home, visit my family, have a good time. I'll be on my Instagram a lot. Hit me up over there. Again, if you guys are interested in coaching, having me coach you, be your mentor, nutrition, diet, training, supplementation, cardio, abdominal routines, you guys name it, I got you. Description link is down below, or follow me on Instagram and DM me. Tell me you're interested in coaching. I'd love to work with you. Other than that, man, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for an amazing season. Even though it didn't end how 99% of us wanted to, next year is a new year, and we're like 10 days away from the new year. Let's bring the positive vibes back, man, because I cannot wait to start covering the 2023 season, man. It's going to be off the hook. I love you guys tons. I'm going to get out of here. I talked for an hour. I'm fucking done. I love you guys.